like we are sideways. Interesting. Okay, I guess we're gonna do the live chat today. For some reason, YouTube wants to do it the other way. Okay, so give me just a moment to put this back on. All right. All right. Hey guys, happy Sunday. How are you? If you don't know who I am Tara with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. And if you want to learn a little bit more about me, all of my information is down below. My website, kittensweightsandtarot.com. You can check out my Patreon, my YouTube membership, my Desert Cauldron shop that I have with James over at Light of Riga. Definitely go check it out. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a lovely Sunday. I'm actually by Miss Squirrel's tree today. I don't know if you guys can see. That is her tree. She's tending to her babies right now. She had a bit of a scare. I was kind of tapping into it. It looked like um, one of the snakes had gotten near her nest because we've had a couple of snakes kind of come up on top of the hill recently. And she kind of shares that nest with kind of the mountain mice that live here. So they just kind of like work together. But even the mice were like poking their heads out of the nest. Like there was some crazy stuff going on. So I figured I would have the chat here. She said she felt a little bit safer with me here because that way, bigger predators and things won't really come around if there's people around. So she's been poking her head out every now and then to be like, hi. So maybe I'll just like point the camera this way. Anyway, so yeah, how is your Sunday going? What is happening? Let's see. Looks like Star Round is here. Hello, hello. Susie says you look so cute. Well, thank you. Janine is here. Oh my goodness. Susie says one big hello to everyone coming in. Janine said, yes, Susie, she's looking out of this world. Let's see, Liesl is here. Hello. She says, hi, folks. I may be lurking, suffering autoimmune disease symptoms. The gift that keeps on giving. Oh my goodness. We're going to have to send you some extra good juju, some healing vibes, Liesl. Butterfly love child. Hey, hey. So yeah, it was popping on. I don't know, kind of weird. YouTube's been acting kind of funny. Normally my camera's always like pointed this way, but it's like, no, it's gonna be an Instagram style today. So yeah, sorry for everybody that popped on and I was like, but anyway, let's see. Janine saying hello to everyone. Edgar, hey dude. This is how are you all? How's everyone today? I am doing fabulous. So, we had a YouTube poll that I put out for you guys. I put it out on Thursday, just kind of the theme that you wanted today's live chat to be. I always like to get your input. And I also asked my YouTube members the same 4 questions, as well as my Patreon peeps. And then I tabulate everybody's votes together to kind of come up with what the majority wanted for today's live chat. And you guys said that you wanted a more witchy live chat today, and I'm down for that. So, so we are going to make it a bit more witchy today, or basically just a bit more me. So, hey. Susie said, listening and lurking too. Lisa, feel better. Yes, yes. Okay. So before we get started, guess I'll tell you the story of this morning. James and I were hearing this like chirp, chirp, and it sounded like a really loud bird. And it sounded like I don't know, a bird that's been around here before, not our blue jays, but it was a very distinct, very loud chirp. We're like, man, what is this bird? So James comes out here and he's like, it's actually Miss Squirrel. She's the one that sounds like a really loud bird right now. And he says apparently she was in the tree and she was just like freaked out. And he says something had really set her off where she was just like in freak out panic mode. And when she saw him, he says like she got really spooked. Because normally she's not scared of us because I mean we're always feeding her. So he says it was like she was just in high alert mode and just like anything and everything was like spooking her. So she ran into her hole. And then I came out and her chirps started getting, softer and softer. She wasn't like quite crying out like she was, and I was just asking her like, "What's wrong? What happened? We're here. It's okay when we're here. There's nothing, that could hurt you." I was looking up in the sky because James said sometimes when they do that chirp, it could be that there is a sky predator. So I was looking for like hawks and eagles, and I'm just like, I don't see anything, but their vision's better than ours is. But also was odd because her friends, which are the blue jays, they weren't. I couldn't hear the blue jays. Like all the birds were silent. She was like going off like crazy, and I could hear her babies in the nest. They were all like kind of squeaking and stuff like that. And it was like she could throw her voice though, which is a very, very cool like I guess protection technique. So it made it sound like her voice was here, but there and there and but it was getting softer and softer, and eventually she calmed down. So I asked her if it was okay if I do my chat next to her nest, and she seemed pretty cool with that. So you might see her pop up every now and then. I don't think she's going to leave her nest for a while, or maybe she'll just stay here today. But normally she's all over the forest, foraging and collecting stuff for all her various like homes that she has on the property. But I think she'll be here today. I'm going to be here today, because if there is a snake, it obviously won't come near me. And if there's like a tarantula or something like that, it won't come nearby. So we're going to be here. We're going to protect the Mises and Miss Squirrel and her babies. So we're here today. Let's see here. Let's go back. Missed some of your comments. Doo, doo, doo. Edgar said, on the road, headed home now. Don't worry, I'm not driving. Oh, okay. I was like, you're not like, Diamond is here. It says, hi, Arizona. Tara, like the design pattern you're wearing. It's galaxy style. Heck yeah. Long hair, skinny eye toe. Hello, hello. Edgar says, I think squirrels are acting up right now. They've been jumping in front of us lately this morning. Interesting. Yes, sometimes, I don't know, it's like a whole alert system. Like it'll happen with all the animals at once where they're like, something is off. Um, and even, oh, hey, I don't know if you guys could see, there's a hummingbird hanging out with us today, but he's been coming around near my head. It's like he's been trying to tell me like something was wrong with Miss Squirrel. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And also, yes, I know. I got to refill your sugar water feeder. So I think the hummingbirds are also like, thirsty. We're out of sugar water. So I'll do that after the chat today. Okay, so all right. You guys wanted a little bit more witchy chat today, so let's go ahead and cast our circle. And I also, for our reading, we'll do, I have a spread for us since we are getting close to the full moon, but it is a super moon and it is a blue moon and it's going to be in Pisces, watery Pisces. So we'll pull some cards for that today. I got some other stuff cooked up for you guys as well, mostly like with herbs and things like that. So yeah, let's get into it. So if you guys want to kind of tap into the energy with me as I cast this circle, energy doesn't understand time or space. So wherever you are, whenever you watch this, or maybe you don't even know who we are, just know that you are in that protective circle, that energetic circle that brings us all together. Uh, let's see, Diamond said, pigeons stared at me this morning. Interesting. Edgar says, hey, run into a waddle. Seems when you run into something, I run into them and I want to ahwalal. Interesting. Sorry, I'm mispronouncing it. Also, hard to read when the phone is in this orientation and the text gets this much smaller. Okay, you guys, so I have my wand here. Actually, this wand, if you guys are wondering where I got this one, James made this one. I bought this from his shop a while back. This was made with eucalyptus, which was from his hometown. We also have a Brazilian quartz here and quartz up top here. I just really love the vibes of this, but now we're making wands together, wands you guys can check out on Desert Cauldron. We finally have all of our wands up there. I have a few more wands that we're working on. One of them is, to me, priceless because it has a bit of history from this hill on there. So I think that'll be the only wand we do that to, but you guys will be able to see it soon once I kind of figure out how else I want to like bring it to life. I'll show you guys later, perhaps in the next live chat. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's see, where is our north? Our north is behind us. Okay. All right, so we're just centering our energy, just grounding. All right, so calling in the energies of the north and the elementals of the north to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the energies of the east and the elementals of the east to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the energies of the south and the elementals of the south to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the elementals of the west and the energies of the west to help us to cast our circle today. Our circle is cast, let our work begin, and so it is. All right, here we go. All right, so I have my tea here. By the way, are you guys imbibing in any sort of liquid magic this morning? Whether your magic is coffee related, tea related, water related, juice related, or perhaps a little bit the spirits related. Let me know. So what are you guys having this morning? And I'll open the lid of this. So mine, I keep it in this little cozy, but mine has sacred geometry on here just to kind of infuse the tea that I'm drinking. And the tea that I have in here is actually one that I specifically made for the Fae when I was doing a little ritual for the fairy folk out here and just kind of thanking them for all the work they do here on this land and just wanting to work in a co-creation together. You know, we want to help work the land as well. So I made a little tea in honor of them, but I've tweaked it for today. So I added a little bit of vanilla bean in here. I put a little vanilla bean stick, and I also have dried strawberries. So just give it a little bit more fruity, vanilla-y flavor to it. So, all right, Star Round has some water. Hey, hydration, little life force energy. Okay, okay, I can dig it. Let me put this cozy back on here. All right. Mmm. Actually, the strawberry, wow, good job me. I think the strawberry gave it like just the right amount of fruity sweetness. Nice. Mm. All right. Okay. So also, while I'm drinking the tea, I also have a crystal with me here today. And I know some of you guys like to keep your crystals in your pockets, in a bag, sometimes in your bra, you know, things like that. Okay. Hopefully, I'm back now. So I don't know. Okay, I think the chat is lagging too. But anyway, maybe I'll have to move locations. I just don't want to move away from the squirrel because I did want to kind of protect her a little bit today. But um, well, hopefully we'll see. Okay, so I do have a crystal here today. I have my pink dambarite here, and actually I'm borrowing this from our desert cauldron shop. We have a few pink dambarites from Mexico, and for me, pink dambarite is like lower astrals, low vibe energies, just they can't come near you when you have danbarite on. And like danbarite is like such a high vibe crystal, especially in its pink form. It's like heart chakra on fire. That they just can't like they can't vibe with you. Your vibe is too high. So it's best to, you know, align yourself, or, you know, for me, best to align yourself with danbarite. So you bring your vibe up, it's high vibe, everything around you is just like still near Miss Squirrel, but also it will get better internet access. It will get better internet access. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here. All right, you guys, I'll be I'll be right back. Let me go grab my chair just so we get better interwebs. All right, be right back. Let me go grab my chair just so we get better interwebs. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, there's that. All right, just got to get my chair. Okay. I don't know. In certain spots, the internet gets crazy, I guess. So that way I can still kind of keep an eye back there, so we can still help out Miss Squirrel so she still feels protected. She still knows that there's like a human up here. So, all right. All right, we're good. We're good. Okay. So let's see. Edgar says, I have a green calcite working on my heart chakra. Never cried so much in my life. Oh, dude. The calcites, especially like Janine's orange calcite, Edgar, your green calcite. I love calcite energy. What's cool about the minerals around here, we have a lot of calcite, but there's no like, everything's like a conglomerate. So it's like agate, calcite, howlite. So there's a lot of like mashed energies, which is what I really like about this area as well. But I love me some calcites. And I think for right now, I'm as grounded as I can be. I'm ready for some high vibe energy, which is probably why I'm like wearing my outer space, shirt. I'm like, I'm ready for some galactic high vibe energy. So yeah, hell yeah, pink damberite. And actually, we have to list these in our shop. So we have them. So if people are actually interested in pink damberite, you can message me and like we'll, especially on Instagram, like at desert.cauldron. We can talk damberites, but for now, they're not on our Etsy shop yet. So they're on the DL. Let's see. Diamond says the crystal you just showed on air. Yeah, Tara says, how do you spell danbrite? Pink colored um, heart away. Oh, it's for pushing lower vibrations away. Okay, so danbrite is DANBURITE. So danburite. Yeah. And I know I'm not in the sun, which I don't want to be right now because the sun's pretty hot. But this has like mega rainbows and just, dude, let's just take a moment. Like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Diamond, that's how you spell it. Yes, yes. Okay, so Pink Damberite hanging out with us today. Alrighty. I want to get into a reading. So this is my little spread book. I have it all decorated here and everything. But I have a spread here called the full moon spread because on Wednesday we do have that full moon in Pisces, that super blue moon, full moon in Pisces, which they said that we wouldn't have another blue moon like this for quite some time, a super blue moon, that is, for quite some time. It's either like 2038 or 2037, something like that. It's going to be a while before that happens again. So it's special. So this spread here, I didn't create this spread, can't take credit for it. Just certain spreads I find on the internet or in books and things like that. I just like to put into my spread book. Some of them I do create, but I didn't create this one. So if you guys want to pull some cards for this full moon spread, go ahead. You want to channel some energy, you want to bust out the runes, Lenormand cards, go ahead. It's 7 questions. I have a deck here. I'm actually going to use my Santa Muerte deck. So Mi Madre la Santísima is going to help us out. All righty. Okay, so yes, Santa Muerte, help us out with this full moon reading. Let's see what the full moon has cooked up for us. Dude, I love this deck so much. Okay, so I'll give you guys a chance to go grab your decks. Let us know what you guys are working with. Maybe you got some runes. Maybe you're using a pendulum. Maybe you're using just good old-fashioned intuition coming straight through your crown chakra. Channeling maybe. But yeah, let us know. And I'll have a bit of tea while we get ready. Good stuff. All right. Actually, oops, I forgot I had this. Speaking of pendulums, I have my little fairy pendulum and I added this to the end. I added a little amethyst and then I added a little like fairy charm on the end. I don't know. I just thought I'd spruce it up. But what's neat about this is that it opens up. So I put a few crystals inside that I thought would give it like a little high vibe kick. So actually, I have a seashell in there from San Diego because that's where I'm from. I have a little citrine, I have aquamarine, and I have my amethyst. Yeah, inside. So just gives it a little extra oomph. But anyway, so I have that off to the side. But like I said, we're gonna use Santa Muerte. Lisa said Santa Muerte, yes. All right. So here are the questions. I'll read them out while you guys go grab your decks. Question number 1. At this time, what do we need to let go of? Okay, so we have that fullness of the moon and we're ready to release, right? All right, number 2, what should we hold close to us at this time? Number 3, what is coming into our life at this time? Number 4, how the world is affecting us. Sometimes we can't help but just soak up the vibes and energy of the world around us, the collective consciousness around us. So, how is the world affecting us? Number 5, what can we give to others during this full supermoon, blue moon? Number 6, newness that will start soon. Yay. Number 7, what lesson should we be learning? All right. Edgar says, I had a mango agua fresca this morning, spa water. Ooh, you bougie, Edgar. Psh, bougie. That sounds delicious, actually. I love me some mango. When my friend Steph was visiting from Belgium, she says they can't really get mangoes out there. They can, but she says they're gross. So I was like, dude, you need some Mexican like mangoes. So I got a huge box of mangoes, and her and I just went to town. Like in 2 days, we ate that whole box. We were just like, it's like Mirna says, I love that pendulum. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right. So let's go ahead and pull these cards. So, card number 1, what do we need to let go of at this time? Let's see. And sorry, I'm trying not to like rub my neck on the microphone so you're not hearing like okay, so what do we need to let go of at this time? Let's see. Let's see. And by the way, if you're hearing the little boom boom in the background, James is doing some target practice. Um, we have like a few ranges around the property just for funsies. We don't, um, we never use our firearms for harm on living things. So it's just for fun target practice. So we have our little steel targets around here. Okay, what do we need to let go of at this time? Ooh, the Hierophant, baby. And I love this dude. I would hang out with this dude. I would. Okay, let's go into this one. Oh, okay. All right. So, wow, this blue supermoon in Pisces, no less. Pisces being a very, very intuitive sign, very watery sign. All the feels coming up, all the stuff coming to the surface. So this is, quite a powerful time. This is a powerful year, and it's going to continue to, I think, up the ante. But this is really a time to start questioning the ego if you haven't been doing so already. All the things that we've been taught to be true. In school, they teach us, this is this and this is this. I should know. I was a teacher for a very long time. We teach the students that this is the way the world works. Don't ask questions. And when we look at science, even though science is meant to always question itself, it seems like in the past several years, science has become a religion. So it's like, don't question the science, don't question science. But it's like that's the whole basis of science, is always question, always try to seek truth, always try to seek understanding of the way things work. So, question science, question your education, question your parents, your upbringing. Oftentimes, all these things that we're questioning is not because we believe that, the world has been, malicious in some way and they've been trying to lie to us. I mean, sometimes that happens, but I don't think overall that's necessarily the case. It's just things have been believed to be true, so it continues to get passed down. Certain things in certain cultures get passed down as truths just because it was believed 200 and 300 years ago, maybe even more. And some of those things, yes, still hold true, but some of them, maybe it's time to question them, which can be very terrifying for our ego, when our ego is like, but I want to know how the world works. I feel comfortable and safe when I feel like I have all the answers. That's the ego. The higher self, well, it's here on a learning mission, right? It didn't come here because it had all the answers. It came here to experience things. And yes, it can gather answers through the collective consciousness, through, tapping into other dimensions. That's what I do with channeling. It's not because I have the answers. I don't. Actually, I don't have many answers at all. So I'm always tapping into other energies that are in essence our energy, because we are one, but I'm tapping into those various fractals or fragments of myself and saying, hey, what is a different point of view I could have? And I think this is a wonderful time to do that with this full moon, is tap into those energies. They're not necessarily outside of yourself, but they are different aspects of yourself with different perspectives. What is it that I need to question? What is it that I'm not seeing? What is it that I need to learn? What is it that is a non-truth that I have believed to be true for so long? So, hell yeah. All right, Edgar says he got the Queen of Cups. Be more loving and compassionate. Use your empathy to see people clearly. That is beautiful. Exactly. And that's another thing. The Hierophant comes in, with Edgar's card as well, because if we have a particular belief system about other people, that will often cloud our judgment and how we interact with those people. And it also hinders the information that we can gather from those people. When people that we say, maybe I have a certain belief about this culture or this group of people or my neighbors, things like that. And I believe wholeheartedly something about them. Whatever new information they bring in that challenges my ego might shut it down. Be like, nope, they don't know anything because I know them. But do you really? I mean, unless you tapped into their soul, which is also you, then you just know what your ego knows. So, heck yeah. So that's tapping into that heart space. Definitely, Edgar. Awesome. Janine got the Seven of Cups, reverse, strong sense of distraction, which leads me to not being able to have clear focus and motivation towards reaching my ultimate dreams and desires. And again, yeah, so this kind of comes into a questioning thing. So there's a lot of distraction going on. So we might ask ourselves, what is causing us to become distracted? Is the for some reason, are we trying to distract ourselves because something we know subconsciously is uncomfortable for us to take in or for us to understand? So there isn't ever not a reason that we distract ourselves. There's always a reason, even if it's a subconscious one. So very good message, Janine. I dig it. Okay. Um, and by the way, go ahead, keep pulling cards. Don't feel like you guys are ever behind. I'm going to move on to the second one, but if you want to keep pulling cards for the first one, by all means do so, because people do rewatch this live chat and they do read your comments. So just remember that it takes YouTube a long time to get the comment section going, the chat going. So give it 24 hours. You'll be able to see the replay, the whole replay, and the chat. All right, so number two, what do we need to hold close to ourselves at this time? So what are we holding close? Let's see here. What are we holding close to us at this time? What's holding close to us at this time? Ooh. Oh, another major. I dig it. We have the Empress card and a beautiful Empress indeed. All right, so let's tap into this one. What do we need to hold close to us at this time? Mm. All right. This kind of goes off of what Edgar said. Edgar was talking about having loving and compassion for others. But I also feel at this time we have to have love and compassion for ourselves because we are our brothers and sisters. We are the other people, the animals, the plants, everything on this planet. We are them. We are all one. And if we only decide that we're having compassion for everything outside of us, well, that's very difficult to do. That's an imbalance if we don't have compassion for ourselves as well. We are equal to them, they are equal to us. You know, we're all in this together. So don't forget to have that loving compassion for you as well. Oh, Janine also got the Empress. Ah, we vibe in. So yeah, you know, when I do shadow work and when I do something called the backpack method. It's not my idea. It's it was created by someone else, but James actually like showed me the backpack method through this other person. And what it is you have this little backpack with you in meditation. And when you have something that's bothering you or something that, you know, a shadow that's coming up or just an issue that's coming up in life, like why am I having so much money issues or why am I, you know, so angry all the time about X, Y, or Z or, you know, sad or whatever it may be. And we go into meditation, have this backpack, open it up, and it has these spheres inside. And I pick up one of the spheres and I gaze into it and it'll be all black. It'll be a black sphere. And I'll say, show me the trauma or the programming that is surrounding whatever issue it is that you're having at the time. And you don't let your ego mind decide what is in that sphere. You just let whatever is in there to come to you. So you let your higher self take over and it shows you something. And basically, you go in there, you see everything from everybody's perspective, more like a play than if you're actually there. So you see yourself as one of the characters, on all the characters there, and you thank them for everything that showed you, all the lessons that were learned, and you show compassion for everybody there, gratitude, thank you, I love you, but also for yourself. So even if there are things that you feel extremely bad about, you feel guilty about, like, oh man, I was really rotten when I did, you know, this back in 1982, you know, or I felt really bad about the things I did to my little brother, you know, beat him up when I probably shouldn't, you know, things like that. We carry it with us into our present moment, but it doesn't help us in our present moment because now all our actions are stemming from our guilt, our trauma, our unable to forgive ourselves. So it is very important that we forgive ourselves, let it go, let that energy go, um, because we want to become a brighter, better human being to help serve other people, you know, in this moment. And we can't help them to our fullest if we're constantly reminded of our past and saying, oh man, I feel bad about that. You know, it's not saying that everything that we did was hunky dory in our past. It's just saying, I learned the lesson. It's time to let it go. And, you know, I forgive myself. I didn't know any better, but now I do. So now I'm here in the present moment. So here we go. Empress. Diamond says, have my cards out. Tarot, Rider, Waite. Nice. Excellent, excellent. Okay, let's see. Our next question, by the way, go ahead, continue pulling cards for question 1 and question 2 if you wish. Question number 3, what's coming into our life right now? Let's see. What is coming into our life right now? Edgar says, next card I got was the Two of Cups, a time to reconcile or the opportunity to understand another, a union and spiritual understanding. Very nice. I love that. Two of Cups, also very heart-centered, also watery, coming in with that Pisces energy as well. I love it. There we go. Mutual understanding. And I also see that Two of Cups is an understanding of our higher self and our ego as well, bringing that into harmony, bringing that into balance, as well as coming into harmony with our fellow brothers and sisters. So Diamond got the Three of Cups and the Knight of Wands. Ooh, water and fire. Nice. Okay. Ooh, there's our card. So what's coming into our life right now? Speaking of fire, we got the 5 of wands. And let's see, what's this guy gonna do with this match? Is he gonna blow it up? Burn it to the box springs. Does anybody watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? You would understand Dee's, well, it wasn't Dee's joke, but Dee was like, I gotta burn that bee to the box springs. Yeah, anyway, side joke. Okay, so 5 of wands here. Diamond said, speedy recovery to an understanding. Ooh, that's cool. I love that one too. Janine got temperance reversed. Okay, so let's dive into this one. So what's coming into our life right now? We have 5 of wands. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so what came through was we are being asked to question the things that we want moving forward. You know, some of us desperately crave something right now, like, oh, I really want, lots of money to help me get out of particular debt, or I really want the love of my life to show up, or I really want, um, a job to just kind of magically appear that will just be the job that I want, or I want a very specific type of job, or, whatever it may be. We all have our wants and our desires. But it feels like what's coming into our life right now is a questioning of that. Like, let's take the money for example, since I've been kind of hearing that come up with like friends and family. Um, what is it about money that we want so badly about it? Is it that we actually want the physical paper? Do I just like want to freaking, make it rain on myself, or like what do we want with that paper? Um, and we may find that, well, it's what the paper represents. Um, some people say, I want to pay my bills. Okay. So what does the paying of the bills represent? Oh, well, it represents feeling free. Now I don't feel like I'm indebted to something. I don't feel like I owe anything to anyone. I just feel free. Oh, okay. So maybe it's not money that we want. Maybe we don't want to manifest the actual physical money. What we want to manifest really is freedom. I just want to be free. And with freedom comes non attachment. So then we are not attached to those bills. So in whatever way the universe comes into granting us that freedom, which is really the universe is us. So it's us granting ourselves, a particular freedom. Perhaps it might come in the form of money, perhaps it might not, but we will be able to feel free in some fashion. But it's us just asking ourselves, why do I want the things that I want? If I want a shiny new car, what does the shiny new car represent? Is it that you want the actual hunk of metal with, electrical and gasoline in it? Or is it the freedom that it represents? It's the ability to go somewhere and feel like you have the ability to do so. Like if I want to go see my family, I can go see my family. If I want to go just go off and go meditate on Mount Shasta, I can go do that. I can go drive there. So, okay, so the car now represents freedom. So, freedom is what we want. So, think about the things that you want and just question yourself. Are you trying to manifest that very specific material thing? Or are you trying to manifest a feeling that will eventually turn into whatever it's going to look like? And our ego probably doesn't even know. Like I can't even know. Like what does freedom look like without money? And it's best maybe for me not to try to think about it too hard. I just like leave that for universe. I want to feel free. I want to be free. And however that shows up for me, I'm ready for it. So maybe those are the things we want to manifest. So very cool. Okay, so let's go back to what you guys said here. Um, Diamond said, truth prevails over mystery. Love it. Diamond got the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles, or Knight of Pentacles. Edgar says, I got 4 of Swords and 3 of Wands. The time of rest and healing is passing. It's time to form social connections and time to enjoy yourself with friends and family. I love it. And Diamond said, family lineage structured by diligent works. That's interesting. Diamond and Edgar both speaking about family. Nice. Edgar says, I named my car Christine. Uh, after Stephen King's book, that car was driving me crazy. Dude, I was like, Christine wasn't such a bad car. Sure, maybe it murdered some folks, but it had good intentions at heart, I think, you know? Oh my goodness. Actually, maybe do a little raise your hand emoji if you think your car has a spirit in it. I think mine does. So, yeah, Ketsadora, I don't think she's got as much of a soul as, like, let's say, my other vehicle had, but Ketsy's got a little bit of spirit. Not a murderous one, just so you all know. Let's see. Edgar says those bullets had it coming, or those bullies had it coming. Hey, man, like I said, she had good intentions. Good intentions. Okay. Question number 4. So, how is the world affecting us at this moment in time? How is the world affecting us? Let's see. And it's good to know this. It's good to tap in because then we know how to respond. We know how to put up our shields more effectively. We need to ground more. It's best to know kind of what's going on with our energy and how energy outside of us is possibly affecting ours, either for the positive, the negative, or maybe it's neutral. Maybe it's just we're just meh, you know. So let's see. How is the world affecting us in general? Mm, mm. And by the way, I don't know about you guys. Sometimes I just shuffle my cards just to shuffle my cards. Sometimes James will be like, "Oh, what question are you asking right now?" I'm like, "Huh?" I was like, "Oh, I'm just shuffling." I'm very tactile. Let's see. Okay, how is the world affecting us at this time? Ooh, we have the 4 of Pentacles. I'm feeling that one, you guys. Definitely feeling this one. Okay, let's dive into this. Okay. Actually, I know Pentacles there's a lot of definitions we can attribute to like the Pentacles energy, but in this instance, I really do feel like it's money, like it's root chakra stuff. Um, and perhaps it's the collective consciousness, at this time, just this feeling of um, I might have to start hoarding or holding on to things because what if they go away? So I feel like there's like this underlying, maybe even subconsciously, this feeling of like, oh no, maybe I should, maybe not spend so much right now, or maybe I can hold on to this, or maybe I should start stockpiling baking, foods like flour and sugar. Some people, at least around here, they keep giant barrels of gasoline on their property, so they don't just go and fill up their car. They're very worried about like the gas prices going up and down, or just not being able to get gas. So some people are in a very like fear mindset. Not everybody here, but like there are some people that just like have giant barrels of gasoline. They're just like stockpiling gasoline. So there's definitely that feeling. I noticed that when I go into the grocery store, if the grocery store just happens to be out of stock of something, like, and it won't be forever. Like next time we go to the grocery store, it's in stock. But it's like when we're there, and let's say they're all out of oranges, like no more oranges. You could see, or at least I can even feel it on the people of like, oh no, oh no, like there's something wrong with the supply chain. We're not going to be able to get fruits. Oh my God, I better just like buy more groceries than I normally do. So it kind of feels like that energy right now of like panic. What if we can't get what we always get? What if we run out of food? All the basics, basically. What if I can't keep a roof over my head? What if there isn't enough food? What if there isn't enough gasoline? What if I don't have enough money? So it feels like this very root chakra type energy. And I could say, yeah, I feel that a little bit. I definitely do. Um, I can feel it on myself. I feel it on people around me of just this underlying, and it's not like a super all out freak out mode. It's just a little like, oh, maybe I should like hold on to this a little bit, kind of thing. Lisa said, I had a bike with a spirit of her own. Similarly, I named her Justine. I love it. I love it. Let's see. Diamond said, Four of Wands, High Priestess within the family, unfolding historic events. Ooh, I love that. I love when like stuff that was previously unknown in my family, like when they start telling stories about stuff and I'm like, "Oh, like do tell." I love me some good family chisme, family gossip. Diamond said the Sun, Nine of Swords reversed. Faith over fear. I love that, Diamond. I love it. I love it. Faith over fear. I'm gonna write that on a mirror. I like that. Okay. Question number 5, you guys. What is it that we can give to others at this time? All right. So this is kind of the opposite of the previous question, that I feel like a lot of people are trying to like hold on to things, like almost a fear of there might not be enough. So it's a lack mentality or feeling. But on the opposite spectrum, to overcome that, we can give, we can help others, and the more we give, the more abundant we feel, right? Because we have that now, that open flow of energy, give and receive, give and receive. So what can we give at this time? um Diamond said thanks. Janine said Ace of Swords encourages you to find the truth of the matter and pursue justice, pursue an issue of particular interest to you, such as human rights, the environment, and your personal beliefs. Nice. I love that. Yeah, giving you a focus, and that goes right along with, if people are in their root chakra and we're feeling a little lack oriented or feeling a little fearful, and Diamond was talking about having faith over that fear. Perhaps we can redirect our attention. Instead of focusing on what I don't have, let's focus on something that we feel passionate about. Like, again, like she said, human rights, the environment, personal beliefs, things like that. I love it. Okay, I'll get down with that. Okay, so let's see here. What can we give to others? What can we give to others? What can we give to others? Ooh. Hey, didn't we just have a Four of Wands in here? I think that was Diamond's Four of Wands when she had pulled the High Priestess as well. Edgar says Eight of Swords, Seven of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Feeling confined and powerless due to the feeling of being spread out and having too much to take care of. Taking a fair diplomatic position. Meeting challenge. All right. There we go. Fair diplomatic position. I like it. Okay. And this one also being fair and balanced with that Four of Wands, but with a bit more fire. So let's take a look at this. Your strengths. All right, that's what's coming through, like loud and clear. It's like your strengths. What are you good at? Okay. Yes, we can focus on all the things that are wrong with the world and all the things that we don't have. And, that's just, I mean, if we focused on that, I'm going to be a pretty depressed person. So we have to balance that though. Like, it's not that we ignore all of the things, we see it, we acknowledge it, but also we want to be in balance. And so then we can focus on what is it that I'm good at? What am I really good at? For me, I like getting creative. So whether it's getting creative, creating things for Desert Cauldron, whether I'm getting creative with my outfits, I love color, I love creativity. Um, so for fun and actually a creative thing to do was how could I take my creativity and give that to others? Maybe I can do workshops of having people tap into their higher self to bring out their creativity, maybe through art. Maybe I hold some art workshops or something like that. Um, Maybe through music. I love to play music. I'm not very good at my guitar, but I do love to sing. In fact, I was a professional opera singer for a long time, so I know that I have some knowledge in that area. Maybe I could connect to people through singing, and maybe, what would be fun is singing light codes, getting people attached to their higher self, and let's just sing light codes. I think that would be really cool. But yeah, just what are you good at? And how could you translate that into giving or helping others? So I think that would be something that I'd want to help others with is attaching to their voice. That's probably one of the biggest things that I have in all of my chakra system is my voice. Hence, I do live chats and videos and channeling. It's my voice. Um, so I think that actually that is a good idea. That's something I think I would like to do. Um, for those who, maybe don't even consider yourself singers, but you want to use your voice to um, help bring about messages, help speak your truth, maybe help, do it in a sing, like a song type way. Maybe we can help people channel light codes or light language. Ooh, that's a good idea. Thanks, Santa Muerte. So, yeah, what are you guys good at? And how can you translate that into giving it to others, giving your gifts to others, basically? Let's see, let's go back here. Oh, Aurora's here. She says, "Marry me, everyone." Hello, hello. She says, "Yikes, I'm way late." Hey, no worries. You are right on time. Any time is on time. Diamond says, "Tara, can we channel on air today?" Um, We could see. Yeah, sure, if we have time. Um, what we could even do, would be interesting, is maybe, I always do a guided meditation, and technically it's a little bit channeled. I never have anything planned out for the guided meditation. I just kind of let spirit guide me. But we could like channel for the guided meditation, like let an energy come through to help guide you guys through that meditation. I think that would be pretty cool. Aurora says, "Love your shirt." Thank you. Um, Diamond said, "Just a quick question." Edgar says, "When I sing, people tell me I remind them of someone of Happy Feet." Aw. Aurora says, I'm so monotone when I sing. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I always tell people it doesn't matter if you can sing or not, or like other people will say you can sing or not. I'm like, just get it out there. Have fun. As long as you're having fun, even if you're just singing in your shower, I'm like, do it. Just do it, man. Edgar says, "I'm using sarcasm to help people see the truth." A gift. I love gardening. Edgar, I love it. I love your sarcasm, by the way. Um, let's see. Janine says, "Give people the emperor, taking into account people's best interest, protection from harsh surroundings and situations." Nice. Liesel says, "I love singing. I'm not really a lead singer, but I enjoyed singing backup vocals back in the day, supporting the vocals of others." Nice, harmonizing. So Liesel, kind of like your energy in general, you like to kind of bring people together, coming together as one. I think that your energy is really good at uplifting others. It's a very beautiful energy to have. And Diamond said, "Guided meditation, channel and energy. Sounds good." All right, cool beans. Let's do it. Okay. All right. So question number 6. Aurora said, "I just pulled a card for you, Lisa. Artemis, focus." Ooh. Susie said, "Hey, Caitlin, I'm cleaning my home, so listening. Much love." Hey, hey. um, hey, maybe Susie, while you're cleaning your home, I hope you're singing along to some music. I think that cleaning is best when there's some music going on. And I'm like, "Stop in the name of love. Gotta sweep that floor before you break my heart. Gotta clean that tub. Think it all over." Do, 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 do. I don't know. I think just chores are better that way. Okay. Question number 6. Some newness that will start soon. I'm all about that newness, baby. Let's go see. Newness that will start soon. Diamond says, "Can we try to channel Paul Walker for a guided meditation?" I don't know, but definitely I want to save that for an actual video, like channeling that we do, because I did, like I said, I did create a video before where I was like talking about his energy was coming in. And I think that would be an interesting energy to channel. So I have him on the list of our, we have a lot of stuff on our little channeling list, but he is on the list. And that is something that I want to do a whole separate video for, instead of, just because not too many people watch my live chats. And I would really want like more people to see like a whole video specifically for that individual. Aurora's like, "Love the Supremes." Heck yeah. Edgar says, "I know I did my job if I make my counselor laugh at my life with my sarcasm. OMG, stop in the name of love reminds me of my fried green tomatoes." Love that movie. Love that movie. Diamond said the Supremes group from the 60s. Yep. I grew up listening to my dad's music. What can I say? All right. So let's see. Our newness. Oh, the Fool. Isn't that so apropos? Newness starting soon. The Fool, which embodies newness, adventure, taking a risk, taking a leap into the unknown, having faith over fear. Edgar's like, Tawanda. All right. So, okay, the Fool, newness to start soon. All right. Actually, whoa, I think a lot of us have come to, I mean, it's probably going to be different for all of us because we're all different people, but um, we're all on the precipice of taking a risk, I feel. Like some people are ready to leave the safety of a job that they have for the unknown. They don't really know what's going to happen next. There's really nothing else lined up, but they're just ready to go for it. But they're kind of like on the edge where they're like, I know that I want to do this. I know that my higher self says I'm ready to do this, but I'm in the, I don't know. Some people, that I know relationship wise, they know that they feel a particular way about a person. Like they know that their heart is just like, oh, whenever they're around a particular person, but they just haven't been able to find the words to tell the person how they feel quite yet. So they're kind of like on this like precipice of, do I make this leap and just put all my feelings out there and just like put myself out there, So in all your various ways, I think we're all in the midst of ready to do something that is a little scary at the moment. Not really knowing how it's going to turn out. Could be good, could be bad. I mean, there is no real bad. I mean, it's only lessons really. um, but it's like we just know that we're gonna have to take that leap soon, and we're just trying to either talk ourselves into it or talk ourselves out of it at the moment. And so I think that's the newness that's starting soon because I think for the most part, most of you are gonna go for it. You know that that's what your higher self is screaming for you to do, whether it's in love, whether it's in just life path, whatever it may be, you're ready for it. But it's the ego just isn't quite ready. So the ego's like, yeah, it's just I don't know if right now is the time. Maybe we'll wait for the next full moon. So yeah, I think we're on the edge here. Um, let's see. Let's go back here. Diamond said, awesome, would be great. A video would be nice. Yes. So, and we always put our channeling videos out every Monday. We do have a Monday video coming out. I think you guys are going to dig it, and it's not going to be what you think. So, I'll let you know. It's about a bone that we found, and we wanted to channel the energy of the bone, but it went in a completely different direction. It you just have to watch it. That's tomorrow. Let's see. Aurora said, rest in peace, Tom Jones and Bob Barker. That's right. Bob Barker was 99 years old. I was pretty sure Bob Barker was just gonna live forever. Either that or he was a vampire. I'm not sure. But yeah, definitely. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. And Tony Bennett. Yes, that's right. Diamond said, let us know when. I will for sure. Actually, I want to put another poll for you guys because I think some people are wanting me to channel a person next. So I'm going to put those 4 votes out there for the next person. And I think I want to put Paul Walker in there, Michael Jackson, and I have to look back in my list of suggestions that you guys have given me for the other 2. Not that we'll discount whichever ones don't get picked. We'll definitely still do a video with them, in the future. It'll just be for like the next one. Aurora says, I'm meeting Social Security Tuesday to try and keep my benefits. Oh my goodness. Social Security, that doesn't sound fun. Diamond said, my brother, as Vin Diesel would say. Yes, my brother. F10 is the last saga film. Fast and Furious 10. They made 10 of them. Oh my goodness. The last one I saw, which I forgot the number, was actually the one that they did with Paul Walker's brothers because Paul Walker had died mid, filming. So that was the last one I saw. Susie says, yes, I'm thinking of moving rural in 3 years and growing food. Hey, I support you, Chica. Aurora said, Susie, I got Lilith with Independence for you. Nice. Susie saying, thank you. Lisa said, love Tony Bennett. Diamond said, Paul's brother Cody filled in pretty good in Fast and the Furious 7. Oh, it was number 7 then. Okay, cool, cool. Susie said, happy Gilmore Bob Barker. Diamond said, awesome. Susie loved the movie. Aurora says, you're welcome. Edgar says, Aurora pulled Knight of Wands for you. Don't lag in regards to your benefits. Keep pressure on it. Keep the pressure on. Aurora said, thank you, Edgar. I'm prepared to fight. There we go. Okay, so our very last question for this full moon, super moon, blue moon, Pisces-ness, question number 7 is, what lesson I should be learning? What lesson I should be learning at this time? So what lesson as a collective should we be learning at this time? Let's see. Whoa! Apparently it's a lot of lessons because like all the cards just fell out. I swear I'm a better shuffler than that. Okay, so what lesson should we be learning at this time? Ooh, oh, dude, how many majors have we had so far? Let's see, we had the Hierophant, we had the Empress, we had the Fool, and now we have the Chariot. So out of 7 questions, 4 of those were majors, which means this is a major energy. Like this is some big stuff. I know that astrologically speaking, we're always like, oh, the next big energy. Oh, this one's important. Yes, they're all important. Um, but I think in terms of how we feel moving forward after this full moon, like this is some visceral change. This is something that we can truly feel moving forward. And this one we have the Chariot as we speak about moving forward. And sometimes the Chariot can be a little stuck when the horses and the ponies are going in different directions. But with this one, I feel like it's a moving forward together, like actual movement. Yes, so last question, Pisces. Edgar says, the cards just told me to stop being bitchy. I'm just kidding. Sometimes the cards tell me that too. Sometimes they call me out and I'm like, rude. Aurora's like, as soon as Tara said moon, I got Queen of the Moon Oracle and got nourishment. I love the synchronicity. Love it. Colleen, hello. Hi, all. Can't stay long. Power off here. Hope you're all okay. Yes, yes. Sending you tons of love, Colleen. So Diamond, for her last card, got the Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. And then the knights are on their horses. We got, technically in a traditional chariot card, it would be horses. Well, not horses, lions, but they represent horses. Well, you know what I'm saying. Sphinxes. But anyway, here we go. Diamond got steady diligence. Okay, so what we should be learning. Okay, got it. Okay, with this super intense blue moon, full moon, super moon, Pisces energy, this is about not ignoring if we want to look at ourselves as just 2 aspects, the ego and the higher self, although I know that we're multifaceted. Yes, yes, I know this. But to break it down very simply, our human self and our spirit self, our ego and our higher self. And if we can come into a balance, an acknowledgement and understanding that the 2 work in conjunction with one another, then we're not as likely to be so unclear about why certain things are happening in our life or why certain people have come into our life or left our life, because we are working in understanding through the ego's eyes and through the eyes of the higher self. If we're always just in the higher self and we ignore anything that's going on with the ego, then perhaps it might be hard to see why certain, you know, our our shadows, basically our programming, might be blocking us, and it would be like a roadblock for the higher self because it's just trying to move forward in itself. Whereas if you're like, wait a minute, I want to give a more free flow to my higher self, utilizing my higher self to look into the shadows of my ego, to look into my ego, see where I need healing, where I have programming, so that that part can open up, that half of me can open up. So now that my higher self can continue going at the pace it was going, or maybe move even more swiftly. But also there's the other side. If we're just moving solely in the ego, forgetting that we have a higher self, then again, we run into roadblocks, not being able to see things from a higher perspective, not being able to understand, again, why are certain things happening in my life? Why are these people coming in or out of my life? And that's where the higher self comes in. So they kind of need each other to work. The ego is very good at working within the earthly plane. And if you solely want to operate in the earthly plane, then you have to have a good grasp of your ego. But if you want to excel even higher at, on this earthly plane, then we have to have a good grasp of our higher self as well. So it's understanding and not forgetting that you have two halves in essence. I know, like I said, we're multifaceted, but we essentially have these two halves. Don't forget that both of them exist. So if you feel stuck, if you feel like your blinders are on, can't see your way out of a situation, boom, got to get into the higher self. If you're going along in the higher self and you're like, I don't quite understand how to navigate this thing that's in 3D in our worldly existence, boom, I got to see what's going on with my ego, understand that, heal anything that needs to go on with that so I can continue on with my higher self. So taking a look at the two of them. All right, let's go back here. Missed some of your comments. Um, Diamond said, in pursuit of happiness. Aurora said, Susie, if you're still here, I am completely done with W. He's not who I thought he was. Ooh, Dana, hey, girl. Susie says, Caitlin, I support you in that decision. Sorry to hear that, though. Aurora said, from the Water Temple Oracle, I got God of the Nile with enrichment. My joyful dedication and perseverance are paying off. She said, thank you, Susie. It's not a big deal. Welcoming in Dana. Edgar says, got 10 of wands. I need to start moving and keep moving. Take on my responsibilities. Need to learn to keep moving. And oh God, I got a headache. I just want to chill. Dana says, you look gorgeous, Tara. I love your shirt. Thank you. Aurora said, next card from the Water Temple, Mother Ganges with liberation. I honor my sacred temple. Nice. Diamond said, Susie, Liesel, and group recognized. Janine said, 10 of swords, hope for the best and wait it out. Sometimes an extreme turn of events serves as a pressure relief valve for all the unexpected and unresolved energy that has been building up. Very nice. Love your messages. Love it, love it. Okay. So I was like hearing a little critter around here. It's probably the lizards. They're like running around my feet. Diamond, wishing everybody a happy Sunday who's coming in. Excellent. All right. Okay, so I'm going to put La Santissima away for a moment because I have brought something here for you guys. Let me just close this up. Do. And I was feeling kind of the healing energies today. I think we could all use a little bit of healing. Janine said, saw the collective, the 10 of swords has got me written all over it at the moment. Wow. Diamond said, everything you told me happened about the new acquaintance. Interesting. Very interesting. Susie 1010. Hey, Dana said, I wanted to just pop on and send my love. I have to go because I'm on a little lunch break. Big hugs. Can't wait to watch the replay later. All right. Thank you, Dana. Diamond said, thanks. The ride was smooth. What is that noise? Hold on. Let me see what bug this is. Very interesting. It's like a dragonfly, but it's not a dragonfly. I swear, a lot of the bugs around here are from a different planet. And we're just like, oh, wow, that's interesting. But they're really just aliens. I think all the bugs here are aliens. Sometimes you're looking at them and you're like, that's not from Earth. Like, what the heck? Mm-mm-mm. Since the strawberries had a longer time to steep in here, that's even better. I dig that. I'm gonna have to remember that recipe next time. So I might have to write it down in my little grimoire. Let's see. Oh, Dana says she's been seeing 1010 so much lately. Wow. And then Aurora said, I have to wear an ace wrap for the next month. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, healing energy for sure. That's what we're going to dive into next, along with our guided meditation, a channeled guided meditation that we'll do at the very end. Diamond said, hopes high, less expectations. Aurora said, yes, Edgar is here. Don't kill the cockroaches. Okay. I have this book, you guys. I don't know if you've seen it before. It's by Diane Dinkin Bookman. Yeah, Buckman, PhD, and it's called Ancient Healing Secrets. And basically, it's got different healing modalities from all over the world. So from Egypt to China to India to South America to Russia to Scandinavia, tons of different places around the world on how they would help heal a particular ailment. For instance, let's just do a little bibliomancy here. Oh, influenza, the flu, a cold, a common cold. Um, so it'll take you to something like this. So say the common cold, and it'll have a little symbol next to here, like it'll say this is plant medicine, or this is hands healing medicine, or energetic medicine, something like that. And it'll tell you what part of the world it came from and how they used to use it. Like some of them are ancient practices. Like there's some stuff in here from Japan, how they stave off the cold or the flu. Um, there's stuff in here from Germany, France, Great Britain, Siberia. So yeah, I thought that this might be fun. I'll just do maybe like a couple little things in here. Um, okay. So, so you guys are probably like, what the heck is she talking about? So give me just a moment. But let me see here. Aurora said, Men in Black 1, if you don't get the reference. Oh, yes. Yes, don't kill the cockroaches. They're little aliens, basically. Then there's that one guy that ate the cockroaches. That was sad. Anyway, Edgar says, I don't think I can. I tried stepping on a cockroach yesterday and it smacked my foot away, then flipped, and then it flipped you off. Wow, interesting. Okay, so I know everybody here has like perhaps like not everybody here, but some of you guys might need healing in particular different ways. So if somebody could just like put out there something that needs healing. For instance, I have a cold, I have a sprained foot, I have I don't know, like a sore shoulder or like some ailment or something. We'll look it up in here if it is in here because it doesn't have like every ailment known to man. But it's like more generic stuff. If it's more lady parts stuff, like stuff to do with your moon cycle, like that's in here. Um, yeah, so give me some sort of medical thing. We'll look it up and we'll look at maybe some ancient practices that help to alleviate some of that discomfort, pain, or a different type of healing. So I thought that that might be fun. We'll do a few of these, for you guys. So let me give you, for instance, in the table of contents, things it does have in here. Like it has stuff for acne, anxiety, cavities, fatigue, fever, hair loss, incontinence, nausea, nosebleeds, rashes, warts, wrinkles, heartburn. Like there's all different types of stuff in here. Oh, Liesel said a rash. Okay, let's take a look at a rash then. Edgar says, OMG, I forgot about the alien cockroaches. Edgar, I hid in high school when the damn movie came out. Wow. Okay, so rash. Let's look up rashes. Page 146. Okay, so do. Okay. Ooh, so there's quite a bit of stuff on rashes. Let's read some a few different ones. Okay, so one of them is using earth energy for the healing. Um, oh, Colleen, cracked ribs and type 2 diabetes. I will look in here and see if they have those as well. Diamond has sacral area health. Okay. All right. Good suggestions. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So for rashes, earth healing. In natural healing of skin, the focus is on absorbing toxins within the skin and eliminating them. Native healers used clay packs to heal and eliminate rashes, especially hives, eczema, and psoriasis. So here are the directions. Buy either green clay, uh, kaolin powder, or neutral clay. Mix with water and apply to the rash. Leave on until the clay dries, flakes, and drops off. Wash the remaining clay residue off in warm, soothing water. Okay, let's look up a plant medicine one. Okay, the ancient Copts made up an ointment based on aloe gel to treat a skin disease called psora. If you take a baked cucumber and grind it with aloe, add wine, and anoint the affected parts with it, it will heal, one Coptic text suggests. Interesting. And then there's one last one in here. I'm just like kind of picking and choosing for plants. Often rashes are temporary and will disappear when the body is flushed with cleansing drinks and baths. Bavarian herbalist Sebastian Knepp always recommended hay flower or oat straw baths to soothe rashes. Directions: add a tablespoon of hay flower or oat straw extract to warm bath water and soak for a few minutes. Um, Bioxma brand of Switzerland is an excellent hay flower bath extract. It can be purchased in health food stores. Very interesting. Okay, so let's look at the next one. Let's see if they have one for type 2 diabetes or something with cracked ribs in here. Maybe we'll look at a sacral area health as well. Aurora fractured her ankle. Diamond said, Lisa, any updates or cards on the new man told you, or the new man I told you about last week? Anything upcoming? Ooh. Okay, so let's look at cracked ribs, type 2 diabetes. Okay, let's see if we have that in here. So let's go for maybe bone regeneration. Okay, here we go, page 37. I didn't see anything for diabetes, but I saw for bone regeneration. So that would probably help you, like cracked ribs, and then Aurora with the broken ankle. Okay, so here we go, bone regeneration. Okay, here's plant medicine. The warrior Scots always believed in the power of oatmeal and oat groats to build and regenerate bones and ligaments. Directions: eat oatmeal or drink oat tea for breakfast. Make oat tea with 1 tablespoon of steel cut oats and 1 cup of boiling water. Steep, strain, then drink the tea left behind. Legends of the power of bone set. This is another plant one. Come down from an ancient oral tradition. Upater, king of Pontus, from whom the plant received its name, praised the plant for its medicinal values. The plant has become famous over the centuries for healing aching bones and helping to set broken bones. Directions: apply the flowers and or leaves as a wet poultice to the area to be healed. Then add a cup of boiled water to 1 tablespoon of flowers or leaves for tea. The taste is exceptionally bitter. Drink 1/2 cup in the morning, another at night. Interesting. Um, okay, so let's look at another one here. Um, oh, Earth. Kentucky mountain people lived far away from doctors. To set a broken arm, they made a mixture of red clay and water, set splints on each side of the arm, and plastered the splints with the local red clay. When the clay dried, they put the arm in a sling. Interesting. Wow. Okay, so there's a few there. Um, I know, Aurora, why it seems like oats is like, I don't know. Never have I seen oats come up so much, but it seems like that has more to it than I think we think of. Like we usually just think of like oatmeal, like okay, oatmeal, or maybe take an oat bath if I have like itchy skin. But it seems like a lot of different cultures take have used oats in way more medicinal practices than I think, I have before. So I'm like, wow, this is like pretty cool. Let's see. Lisa says, Diamond, I haven't looked, but I can see for you. Aurora said, Mom was obsessed with oatmeal. I don't remember her having broken bones, but it was probably pretty good for her insides. So that's interesting. Susie said, Diamond, I pulled Journey. She is walking happily up a wood planked bridge. Very cool. All right, so sacral stuff. You guys were also asking about the sacral stuff. So let's see. I'm just like trying to go through the whole table of contents. Okay. Okay, so 157 or 131. Let's try 131 first. Okay, and then we'll maybe go to 157 if we have to. Let's see here. Okay, so the only thing sacral they have kind of going down into perhaps our lady bits, they have stuff for irregular periods, but they also have things for vaginal infections. So I'll read a couple of things for both just in case it's helpful for anybody. Um, Okay, plant medicine. When there was no pathological cause for bleeding, ancient French herbalists prescribed the calendula plant for treatment of irregular periods as an antidote to profuse periods, prolonged periods, or periods that produced excessive clots. Directions: to make the tea, women either added the flowers to boiling water or added 16 drops of calendula tincture to a cup of boiling water. In addition, to alleviate menstrual problems of any sort, they applied a hot mash of cooked calendula flowers to the pelvic and lower back area. So maybe that would be really good, actually, since it's an external thing, to actually place that on the root chakra area. Place those cooked calendula flowers. That might be interesting. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, throughout history, fennel seeds have provided relief for digestive problems. German women discovered the seeds could alleviate excessive menstrual pain. To this day, American descendants of German settlers use fennel in this way. Directions: steep a handful of fennel seeds in a cup of boiling water. Strain out the seeds and drink the tea during difficult periods. Interesting. What else do we have here? um, Ooh, we were talking about mangoes earlier. Okay. Garcia da Horta, in his The Simples and Drugs of India, says the fruit of the mango was used as medicine since the 15th century and in an early stage of growth is styptic in its actions. 3 centuries later, homeopaths experimented with mango and rediscovered its ability to stop bleeding. They utilized tiny, much diluted pills containing early growth mango for passive hemorrhages, including uterine bleeding. Interesting. All right. So let's go into maybe a couple for vaginal infections, just in case that might help somebody as well. Let me go back here. I missed some of your comments. Diamond said enchanting. Edgar says, I've been having problems with solar plexus, been gassy. You know what? Fennel is actually really good for gassiness, I have found. Colleen said, love oats and available. So going to try that. Thank you. Very welcome. Susie says the card is a 2 as well. Very nice. Aurora said next card from Goddess Power, Epina with wise leadership. Diamond said, I will not disturb that bridge as long as it gets me to his house or his side of his intentions. Aurora said, Epina is the featured goddess in my favorite author's very first book series. Very nice. Susie said, I love mangoes. Diamond's like literally by his side. Okay. Here we go. Men and women live long lives in the mountains of the Caucasus. One of their ancient healing secrets is their use of yogurt, which acts as an internal antibacterial police force. To overcome simple vaginitis, these mountain women douche with diluted yogurt containing live organisms such as lactobacillus and also apply the yogurt directly to the vaginal area. Living organisms manufacture a digestive flora that resists many bacterial invasions. Directions: eat small amounts of natural lactobacillus yogurt several times a day. Every 3 days, douche with 1 cup of warm water in which you have mixed a half teaspoon of Lactobacillus acidophilus. Each day, soak a tampon in yogurt and apply internally. Finish by patting the yogurt on the outer area of the vagina. Change tampons every 3 to 6 hours. Health food stores also carry Maxidophilus or Megadophilus supplements, which should be used according to directions. Interesting. Didn't know that. There are 5 basic types of traditional healers in Africa. One functions very much like a Western physician, except that he offers only plants as medicine. And although Echinacea purea was originally grown in North America, African healers have prescribed it since it was brought to parts of Africa about 150 years ago. They frequently suggest a fluid extract of Echinacea, either as an ointment, a poultice, or a vaginal insert to cure trichomonas. Today, we know that Echinacea can inhibit the production of certain bacteria, and clinical studies show that it inhibits activity of Trichomonas vaginalis. Interesting. What else do we have here? Ladies' mantle. I have used that before, and I actually hear that ladies' mantle is really good for women going through menopause. Ladies' mantle was one of the first popular wound herbs on the battlefields of the 15th and 16th century. In that period, they also used this plant in an ointment to overcome vaginal itching of any kind. The plant is a uterine stimulator, so do not use it during pregnancy. Directions: combine an ounce of rose water, 2 ounces of any neutral ointment base or petroleum jelly, and 20 drops of the tincture Lady's Mantle. Apply to the vaginal area each morning and evening. All right. Let's see here. Diamond said mangoes, vitamin C. Yes. Aurora says if only this option was available when I was Catherine, Susie. Susie says, my mom's friend, a very clean person, suffered from yeast infections. She microwaved her undies for 10 to 12 seconds, kills any bacteria left after laundering. Wow, that's pretty cool. You know, my mom used to do something like that, where like if she felt like we were getting sick, you know, like for colds and flus and things like that, she would actually microwave our clothes, like the clothes that were closest to us. And we also had handkerchiefs, so she would sometimes microwave those after washing, so that if anything was like in the washer or even in our dryer, even though we also hung line our clothes, she would microwave that. Oh, hello. How are you? I wish everybody could see you. There's a little juniper titmouse on the tree right next to me. He's like this big. He's a cutie. They got like little mohawks. It's pretty awesome. They probably like my pompadour. Is that right, little titmouse? Oh my goodness, so cool. Um, Susie said, "Oh wow, so it works for sure." Heck yeah. Um, and then other things my mom used to do, like if she was like really trying to like get rid of any sort of bacteria, anything that would cause us to get sick, she boiled it. Like she would boil our socks, our shirts. Like she was like, you know, just like if she thought like everybody's getting sick in the house and we weren't getting better, even if we're having her famous abondigas soup, it was like time to boil stuff. Edgar says, Susie OMG, no, I'm a very visual person. I visualize everything as I'm told or read it, and all this vaginal yeast talk. Oh my goodness, Edgar. Okay, so before we get to our, what time is it? Oh, we're still good on time. So before we get to our guided meditation, channeled guided meditation, my one last book that I have for you guys, which is it's a well-used, well-loved book. It's Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs. And I often consult it when I'm doing spell work or just when I'm working with herbs in general. Just I find it to be a really good herbal book. Like it has a lot of herbs in here that sometimes when you get like books like apothecary help or like kitchen medicine and things like I have all these herbal books, right? And sometimes they omit certain herbs, but like I tend to find them in here. So anyway, what I thought would be another fun thing for us to do after I have my little sip of tea. Aurora says, I got Persephone with inexperience, Iris with communication, and Skuld with the future. Be careful what you say or do because it will come true. That's right. That's why I could call it spells. Janine says, I've been shuffling the wild unknown animal oracle and the mouse flew out when you spotted the titmouse. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. See what I'm saying? We're simpatico. Edgar says, I can't stop laughing at the image of an old lady nuking her undies. Oh my goodness, that is so funny. Liesel says, Diamond, I'm getting a lot about opposites and counterparts from the Mists of Avalon. I drew Brownwind with a white crow, Morgan Le Fay with a black crow, a red dragon, and a white dragon in union. Wow. On the bottom, Sacred Union card. Hope it helps. Super cool. Thank you, you guys, the ones that are pulling cards for each other in the chat. Thank you so much. Okay, here we go. All right. So if you want me to do a little bibliomancy, herbal encyclopedia bibliomancy for you, just say, I would like an herb, please. And I'll just flip to an herb. And I'll just, well, hold on. So let's say, for example, Susie says, I would like an herb, please. And lemongrass pops up. I'll read a little bit about it, but that will be for you. Like that's the herb that wants to work with you. You don't necessarily have to go out and go buy this herb. I believe everything is very energetic, so you can just maybe tap into the energy of that herb, especially if it's a poisonous herb. You know, maybe maybe don't use that one literally, but maybe tap into its energy. Okay, so yeah, if you want me to choose an herb for you through intuitively, we'll do a little bibliomancy. Just say, I would like an herb, please. All right, so I leave it up to you guys. Leave it in the chat. I would like an herb, please. And I'll choose an herb for you. And then maybe you can meditate with that herb visually today. Maybe you have that herb on you. Maybe you want to make it into a tea. Maybe you want to use it in some of the ways that we heard from the other book, you know, different things. Aurora says, Tara, I got Goddess Bridget for you with Spark. My eternal flame glows brightly. Aurora, you know what is interesting with that, Goddess Bridget? Um, the the name that I was supposed to be called, my name was supposed to be Bridget. I was really supposed to be a Bridget. But at the last second, my dad was like, no, I want her to be Tara. So they wrote my name on the birth certificate just at the last second because my mom was literally trying to write Bridget. So then I became Tara. But yeah, that's very cool. Aurora says the card number is 22, which adds up to 4, which is my lucky number. I love it. Susie said, that is psychic, Tara. I was using lemongrass on my mosquito bite that I made into a salve this morning. Oh my goodness. Dude, we are so connected right now, like all of us in here. This is amazeballs. All right, long hair, skinny eye toe would like an herb, please. For show, chica. Let's do it. Edgar says, I'm very sour, very salty. Which one of you herbs has got the guts to work with me? All right, Lisa would also like an herb. Susie says, Tara's so beautiful, grateful you are Tara. Yeah, I like Tara better than Bridget. All right, Star Around would also like an herb. Excellent. Lisa said Tara. Cool. Both lovely Celtic names. And that's what my mom wanted because although I'm a Heinz 57 sauce, I got the United Nations swimming around in my bloodstream. Um, my grandmother is Irish. Her mother's from Ireland, so they wanted to make sure I had a nice Irish Gaelic name, and my brother as well. So my brother is Brian, and I am Tara. So okay. So first we wanted um, 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 okay, so long hair, skinny eye toe wanted an herb. Okay, so here we go. Oh, I haven't even heard of this one before. Interesting. So I'll show it on the screen. Fumitory. Okay, fumitory. Okay, let me read you what this is. Um, its magical property is surrounding money and exorcism, so expelling things or getting rid of things. Magical uses. An infusion of fumitory sprinkled around your house and rubbed onto your shoes once a week will draw money to you quickly. Fumitory has been burned to exorcise evil spirits for centuries. Interesting. So that might be an herb that you might want to look into. Fumitory. Like I said, I haven't heard of that one. I love when I find herbs I've never heard of before. Very cool. It has other names as well. It's known as beggery, earth smoke, fumus, fumitare, wax dolls, vapor. Interesting. Hmm. All right. So maybe one to meditate with. For sure. All right, Edgar, let's see which one wouldn't mind working with you. Okay, let's see here. Edgar. Okay, you guys are just going to start pulling out herbs I haven't heard of. Southernwood. So Edgar, yours here, southernwood up here. Okay, southernwood, also known as boy's love, lad's love, old man. Its powers are love, lust, and protection. Magical uses. Southernwood is used in love spells, either carried or placed in the bedroom. Sometimes southernwood is placed beneath the bed to rouse lust in its occupants. Oh, burned as an incense, southernwood guards against troubles of all kinds, and the smoke drives away snakes. I would say literal and metaphorical. Interesting. So maybe pick up a little bit of southernwood or boy's love, or lad's love as it's called. Maid's ruin, old man. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Lisa, let's grab you an herb. And then we'll go to star around. Okay, Lisa. Okay, this one I have heard of. Rosemary. All right, Lisa, we have rosemary. Its magical properties are protection, love, lust, mental power, exorcism, purification, healing, sleep, and youth. Whoo! Okay, rosemary, when burned, emits powerful cleansing and purifying vibrations, and so is smoldered to rid a place of negativity, especially prior to performing magic. It is one of the oldest incenses. When placed beneath the pillow, rosemary ensures a good sleep and drives away nightmares. Laid under the bed, it protects the sleeper from all harm. Rosemary is also hung on the porch and doorposts to keep thieves from the house and is carried to remain healthy. Placed in the bath, it purifies. A chaplet of rosemary, worn, aids the memory, while the wood, smelled often, preserves youthfulness. To ensure the latter, add a rosemary infusion to the bath water. Rosemary has long been used in love and lust incenses and other mixtures, and healing poppets are stuffed with rosemary to take advantage of its curative vibrations. Rosemary infusions is used to wash the hands before healing work, and the leaves mixed with juniper berries, hey, are burned in sick rooms to promote healing. I'm actually sitting next to a juniper tree. If you wish to receive knowledge or the answer to a question, burn rosemary on charcoal and smell its smoke. Rosemary is also grown to attract elves, and the powdered leaves wrapped in linen cloth and bound to the right arm dispel depression and make the emotions light and merry. Rosemary is generally used as a substitute for frankincense. All right. Oh my goodness. All right. Star around would also like an herb. Okay, so let's dive in here. All right, star around. Ooh, hemlock. Reminder, hemlock is poisonous, so you might just want to meditate on this herb and just tap into its energy. Again, here we have hemlock. Okay, its deity is actually Hecate. All right, magical uses. Another poisonous plant, hemlock, was once used in magic to induce astral protection and in spells to destroy sexual drives. Why would you want to destroy a sexual drive? Its juice was rubbed onto magical knives and swords to empower and purify them before use. Interesting. Its planetary association is with Saturn. It's considered a feminine herb and its element is water. Hemlock. Ooh, actually, I do have some hemlock, but it goes nowhere inside my body, just so you know. Otherwise, I'd be dead, dead, dead skis. Oh, Diamond said Lisa will try oregano and basil. Aurora says, my name is also Irish Liesel. And Susie Bridget is beautiful, but Tara is a Tara, yes. Colleen would like an herb. Sure, I will do that. Aurora says, and in Irish, Caitlin Margaret means pure pearl. Aw. All right, Colleen, let's pull an herb for you. All right. Okay, we have galangal. Galangal. All right, galangal powers are protection, lust, health, money, psychic powers, and hex breaking. Magical uses. Galangal has been used for many different magical needs. Worn or carried, it protects its bearer and draws good luck. Placed in a sachet of leather with silver, it brings money. Powdered galangal is burned to break spells. I do have powdered galangal. And curses. It is also carried or sprinkled around the home to promote lust. Ooh. Worn, galangal aids psychic development and guards the bearer's health. If galangal is unavailable, ginger, which is part of the same family, can be a substitute. So if you don't have galangal laying around, you can use ginger. Actually, I was just watching something about ginger this morning. Ginger tea. Maybe I'll make a ginger tea this evening. Okay. Let's see. Edgar says, I learned my last name means son of the morning star. That explains a lot. Oh, all right, Janine, I will pull you an herb. Let's see. Oh, long hair, skinny I tell you are very welcome. Edgar says, Susie, I should start introducing myself as Morning Star, especially to Jehovah's Witnesses. Hello, Morning Star. Good the morning. Okay, Colleen, let's see here. Or sorry, Janine. Rowan. All right. So Janine, we have Rowan down here. And that's something I've always wanted to work with, actually. I've heard good things about Rowan. All right, so its magical properties are psychic powers, healing powers, success, protection. Here's some magical uses. Rowan wood, carried, increases psychic powers, and the branches are often used in fashioning dowsing rods and magical wands. Add the leaves and berries to divination incenses, as well as those designed to increase psychic powers. Carrying rowan berries or the bark aids in recuperation, and they are added to healing and health sachets and mixtures, as well as all power, success, and luck sachets. For centuries, rowan has been used for protective purposes in Europe. Two twigs tied together with red thread to make a cross is an age-old protective amulet. Cornish peasants carried these in their pockets, and Scottish Highlanders inserted them into the lining of their clothing. Walking sticks made of rowan wood are excellent tools for the person who roams woods and fields by night. Rowan carried on board ship will prevent its involvement in storms. Kept in the house, it guards against lightning strikes. And when planted on a grave, rowan keeps the deceased one from haunting the place. Oh, the rowan tree planted near the house protects it and its occupants, and those rowans growing near stone circles are the most potente. Whoa, very cool. All right. Let's see. Edgar says, I've been so lonely. What are the odds? Janine said, Aurora, I called Cobra for you, pausing, waiting, the inner teacher, a student of life, humble, wise teacher, or spiritual guardian. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. Oh, Diamond was wondering what book this is again. This is Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs. One of my favorites. Susie says, rosemary for Lisa. Aurora said, thank you, Janine. Right, when Tara was talking about snakes and rosemary. Rosemary is my sister's name. Whoa. Excuse me. Aurora said, Rosemary Irene Taylor Birch. Cool. And Lisa said, cool. I have rosemary growing in my kitchen. Mwah. Perfect. Perfect. Edgar says, I've been using rosemary oil to help with hair loss. It is so good for hair. Like, you want to like stimulate hair growth and strengthen your hair, like rosemary oil is the bomb diggity. Susie says, Tara, can you bibliomance an herb for me too? Sure. Yeah, of course I can. Janine says, rosemary is nice mixed with oil and loads of garlic and prawns, then added to pizza with the tuna. Hungry. Lisa's like, click, I will make a poppet. There we go. Aurora's like, Hecate, Paula. This is OMG. Today is synchronized like crazy. It sure is. Lisa was saying, beautiful name, Caitlin Margaret. Edgar says, thanks, Susie, letting my hair grow long, going Tarragine Dathurki with my hair, stitch braiding it. Aurora says, my birth name was Caitlin Marie Dawn Birch, still the same first name. And Susie was saying Caitlin is, her grandma was Margaret. And Aurora's birth tree is a rowan. Oh my goodness, dude, it's like popping off the synchronicities. Colleen says, thank you so much, Tara. I don't have galangal, but I do have ginger. There we go. And Aurora says, Marie means star of the sea in French, and Aurora is the Roman goddess of dawn. So Aurora star sea or star seed. Edgar says, thanks, Lisa. Even going to dye it silver and getting a dragon tattoo saying Dakari's fire and blood. Oh, yes, yes. Susie, I will definitely pull one for you. A herb. Diamond said, Lisa sent you information so you can reach out to me. Looking at your beautiful message, I can't help not to imagine your artwork. Very nice. Okay, Susie. Let's go. Oh, here we go round the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush. Mulberry for Susie. All right. The deities connected to mulberry are Minerva, Sankufu Jen, and Diana. The energy is protection and strength. Magical uses. Mulberry protects the garden from lightning. It is also an aid when working on the will, and the wood is a powerful protectant against evil. Wands are made of mulberry. We all dance around the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush. That's going to be stuck in my head now, just so you know. So hopefully that helps. I don't know if you have mulberry around, but definitely tap into the energy of that mulberry. Susie says, mulberry 2 in my yard. Are you serious? Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Okay, let me pull an herb for me. I don't think it didn't do me. Aurora said, Minerva and Diana, Greek versions, Athena and Artemis. We had Artemis earlier. So cool, so cool. Yeah, you guys are very welcome. I mean, anything with herbs, I'm all here for it, homies. Okay, so what herb wants to work with me today? Of course, I get the index, right? I get all the herbs to work with. Okay. No, seriously. Seriously. What herb? Not the index. Um, bean. Okay, well, that's interesting. I was just talking about beans with James yesterday because um, we're now mapping out how we want to do our greenhouse. We're actually going to do a modified walapini. If you guys don't know what a walapini is Aymara name for like I think it means like place of warmth. But it was created in La Paz, Bolivia, which actually is where his mom's from. And it's a kind of below ground greenhouse, and you use like the earth around it to kind of insulate. And then there's windows or plastic just kind of at an angle. So all the sun comes pouring into this below ground, like earthen greenhouse. And basically, the temperature of the earth is a little bit more stable the further down you go. So they go down about 6 to 8 feet, but that way they stay at a constant temperature even when they have like really severe like winters and summers. So we were going to do something modified like that here. We can't really go down as deep just because of the angle of our sun and the way we are in North America. So yeah, we'll definitely do a modified version. Right now we're trying to like make sure we get the angle right, like have it facing south, making sure we're not like digging up a bunch of ruins and stuff because there's so many native ruins around here. Making sure like we don't like dig up, mess with pottery, ancient pottery and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's interesting. And I was talking about stuff to grow in the garden, and I was talking about the Three Sisters, which is something that the Native Americans called like three different types of plants that they would grow together. And that was beans, corn, and squash. And it was called the Three Sisters. And the reason they grew together is because the squash created the nitrogen that was essential for the beans and the corn. And then the beans offered protection for the insects that would like to eat the corn. And then, the corn also offered its protection to the beans and the squash. So it's like certain plants work in harmony with each other. So if you're ever wondering, like, how can I keep bugs from eating my tomato plants, or how can I keep, this thing from eating my, other thing? There are certain plants that are the natural um, herbicide, I guess, for other plants. So when you grow them together, they actually protect each other from their parasites and other insects. And so I was kind of learning about that. And I was like talking about, should we grow beans? I don't know. I don't eat a whole lot of beans. And James is like, you like beans? And I was like, oh, so yeah, I was like, maybe we should grow some beans. um, Sue said, ooh, beans. And Diamond said, love England and its heritage. Um, so yeah, let's see, beans. Um, Oh, Edgar says, I'm gonna have to look up what Mulberry Bush song is about. Like Ring Around the Posies is about the plague. Yeah, basically, ring around the rosy is a pocket full of posies so they could smell them so they didn't smell all the death, that was happening during the plague. It's so interesting. Like all these childhood songs, they're rather morbid in nature. Even our fairy tales, like the Grimm's brother fairy tales, were like, my goodness, like we used to learn these as children. It's so dark. Me likey. Okay, bean, also known as poor man's meat. Its powers are protection, exorcism, wart charming, interesting, reconciliation, potency, and love. So, ritual uses. Some beans flowers are white and hence sacred to the goddess of Old Europe. Beans are always sacred to harvest goddesses. According to tradition, only the highest ranking priestess in Scotland could either plant or cook the bean. Beans, along with pork, were offered to Cardia in Rome on June 1st. They are also associated with the underworld and the dead, and in ancient Rome, they were distributed and eaten during funerals. Interesting, June 1st. Well, 9 days later would be my birthday. All right, magical uses. In general, beans were used in classical times and still are as a charm against evil sorcerers. Put a bean in your mouth and spit it out at that person. Okay, well, that's rude. I don't think I want to spit beans at people. Um, Dried beans are carried as an amulet against negativity and evil magic. They are also used in rattles to scare away spirits. I know that one from my native roots, especially those who have entered into bodies and made those people sick. To avert evil spirits, say very quickly 3 times in one breath, 3 blue beans in a blue bladder, rattle, bladder, rattle. Wow, that really is a tongue twister. 3 blue beans in a blue bladder, rattle, bladder, rattle. If a couple is quarreling, the woman should carry 3 lima beans strung on a silk thread for 2 days. The couple will quickly smooth over their difficulties. Beans help cure impotency if they are carried or eaten. This is due to the fact that they resemble testicles. Really interesting. Just put Viagra out of business. My gosh. Bean love spell. A woman should place 7 beans of any kind in a circle on the ground. Next, she must have the man of her choice step into the circle or walk over it. If this can be done, he will be attracted to her, but this might also be manipulatory. No manipulation. To cure warts, rub a dried bean on each wart during the waning moon. As you do, say this: as this bean decays, so wart, fall away. Interesting. Well, there you go. Okay. Let's see. Edgar says the mulberry bush song is about female prison inmates exercising, jogging around a mulberry bush that was growing in the yard. Are you serious? Susie says, and black-eyed peas of the new year. Says, why did I write that? Aurora says, may I please have an herb too? Sure, of course you can. Susie said peas is not beans. Diamond said, one last thing. When is your next live? Next Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right, so Aurora, let's get you an herb. Ooh, marigold. I love marigold, which is also calendula. We were just talking about calendula earlier. All right, whoops. Whoops, that fell out there. Hold on, let me put this back in. I don't want to lose these. There you go. I like keep so many like loose papers in here. Okay, so let's go back to marigold. Okay, magical properties of marigold: protection, prophetic dreams, legal matters, psychic powers. Legal matters, eh? Said you were going to the Social Security? Magical uses. Marigolds picked at noon when the sun is at its hottest and strongest will strengthen and comfort the heart. Garlands of marigolds strung on the doorposts stop evil from entering the house, and scattered under the bed, they protect you while asleep and make your dreams come true. Give you prophetic dreams. Especially effective in discovering a thief who has robbed you. Marigolds added to the bath water help win the respect and admiration of everyone you meet. Looking at the bright flowers strengthens the sight, and carried in the pocket, marigold helps justice to smile favorably upon you while in court. If a girl touches the petals of the marigold with her bare feet, she will understand the language of the birds. Oh, really? Well then, looks like I have a mission. All right. Aurora's definitely fitting right now. Yes. Diamond said peas have starch in them, and any type beans are vegetable proteins. Very cool. All right, you guys, it is time for our guided meditation. Per your guys' suggestion, I will do a channeled guided meditation. So I'm going to try to connect to an energy. I'll make sure that the energy is for our best and highest good. So, you know, I don't want any lower astrals in there. Of course, I want whatever is high vibing for our best and highest good for our healing path and healing energy. So we'll do that. Susie said, that is so relevant, Caitlin. Put one in your pocket. Edgar's like, I'm making marigold garlands and placing them on my Santa Muerte altar since it is sacred to her and the Day of the Dead. Yes. Diamond said, time for a guided meditation. Aurora said, if I knew where to find one, Susie, I would. Calendula, you probably find it at a health food store. It's just, it's yellow flowers. But also, if you can't get it physically, tap into that energy. So before I say maybe you go into the Social Security office, just call in the energy of calendula. Say, calendula, I need you. I need your focus. I need your clarity. I need you to help me have this resolved for my best and highest good. So yeah, just have calendula come in and help you out. Um, let's see. Aurora says, wait, I could put the marigold oracle card in my pocket. There you go. Perfect. Okay, guys, let's get ready. Aurora is using The Language of Flowers by Sherilyn Darcy. I love that deck. Beautiful. And it's a small enough card too. It fits right in your pocket. So that's great. Okay, I'm going to scoot over. I'm a little in the sunshine. Okay, so a little bit different guided meditation, still healing, but I'm going to get more into my trance state. And again, my intention is that the energy or entity that comes through is for our best and highest good to guide us on this guided meditation. And it is for healing purposes. So wherever it is that we need healing in our life right now, perhaps it's in our physical body, perhaps it's in our energy, perhaps it's just a situation that we're in that is in need of healing. We're calling on that energy to help us. Okay, so it might be in energy out of this world. It might be an energy from something that's around us. Maybe it's one of those juniper titmouses, or maybe even Miss Squirrel. Who knows what'll pop in? I don't know. But we'll see. Edgar said, marigold is easy to grow from seed, needs lots of sun and water every other day. Well, then that's going to grow easy here. I'm in freaking Arizona. We got sunshine for days, baby. All right. Oh, hello, strange bug, alien bug. Hello. Okay. All right, guys. Go ahead and find yourself a nice, comfortable space. Anywhere that feels comfortable for you. You could be sitting down, you could be laying down, you could be outside, you could be inside, you could be under a tree. And what we're going to do is just bring our attention to our breath. Focusing on the inhale and the exhale. In and out. If anything is passing through your mind at the moment, let it pass right on through, because our 100% focus is on your breath, that life force energy. And as you continue to breathe, you can now bring your awareness into your heart space. And if you need to, you can place your hand over your heart and feel that beautiful rhythm inside your body. And as you continue to breathe and feel the rhythm of your heart, we're going to call on our friend, our kin, and energy for our best and highest good to aid us in this guided meditation for our healing. In whatever fashion we need this healing. Okay, it appears that deer energy is actually here with us. Beautiful energy of deer stands before me. I will let him speak. Move on the path before you. We cannot expect the path to come to us. That what I seek, what I need, will somehow just appear. I take one step in front of the other. I move because my instincts tell me to move. I'm guided by my instinct. My instincts that keep me safe, and my instincts that know more than my physical form can understand. And so it is both my soul and my body that guide me in the direction that I need, and I follow it without question. For I know that if I stay in this one place, I will surely die. I must move forward. In order to live, I must move forward. In order for me to grow, for me to love, for me to mate, I must move forward. To witness the miracle of life, I must move forward. To understand death, I must move forward. And as I move along this beautiful path, moving forward, I come across that which I see as my friend. I come across those I see as my foe. But I would understand neither had I never moved. I understand what is nourishment and what makes me sick. And yet I understand why. I do not curse the berry bush because it has made me ill. I seek to understand why I chose to eat it. I don't wish death upon those who wish to make me food. Instead, I choose to understand them. And I seek to understand how part of them lives within me. For I am the murderer to another, just as they are the murderer of me. You are equipped with all that you need, all the protection you need, all the strength that you need, all the instinct you will ever need. Do not neglect your dual instincts. If you understand but one thing, it's that to remain stagnant is to die, a death without learning, because there is no progression. As we move along our path, as I continue to walk forward, I encounter friends, I encounter enemies. I learn much about healing. If I am wounded, whether it be in battle or in play, I do not feel that my wound will be the death of me. I find that it is just a reminder that I am alive and that I can heal myself at any time. Sometimes there are those, my kin, who decide that this wound is the fatal wound. And so it is. And I witness what death is like. But there are those, a very similar wound they may have, and they decide, I will heal. And so they do. And they continue to live. And I begin to understand choice. I begin to understand healing and the power that I have, we have, you have. We do not have what you have, doctors, to come heal us, because we know that we can heal ourselves. And what is true for me is indubitably true for you. Continue to move forward. Please do not stop. What you choose to see will be your truth. If you feel the wound is fatal, then it shall be. If you feel the wound shall be healed and you move on, that will be your truth as well. Next time you see me, I thank you for being you, and I hope you thank me for being me. All right, you guys. Go ahead and bring your awareness back into your body. Go ahead and wiggle your fingers and toes. Oh my goodness. Oh, have a stretch if you need to. Whew. I'm glad you guys came up with that suggestion. It's, I need some, I need some tea. It's very different to channel a guided meditation than just like regular channeling. Like, you know, when people ask questions and stuff, that was interesting. All right. Let's see. I missed some of your comments. Aurora said, I also got Kuan Yin with compassion. Whew. And Scold with the future again. And Uzume with humor. Do everything with love and joy, and your future will be like you need. This is Tara got an image of two cars, one red and one purple, sitting side by side in the driveway of a tan beige house. Does that mean anything to you? Interesting. Well, I'll have to meditate on that one for sure. I feel the purple car is actually a spirit, since purple is the color of spirit. Very cool. I'll definitely meditate for sure. Right now, my brain is like, I can barely formulate words. Susie said, thank you, Tara, and the beautiful deer. Edgar says, I will live to be 500 years old and I will always look this young. God, I hope this works. Hey, there you go. Janine said, same here, Edgar. I wish I watched this live 10 years ago, the Fountain of Youth. Edgar says, I fell asleep for a couple of minutes. OMG, needed the power nap. Hey, there you go. I mean, my favorite thing to do is fall asleep while I'm meditating. Oh my goodness. My hands are all like shaky. Okay, so I thank you guys all for coming out for today's live chat. I will catch you homies next Sunday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We do have another channeling video coming out tomorrow, as we do every Monday. I'm trying to make other videos too. It's just I get very preoccupied with, like, with the greenhouse and, like, you know, getting stuff ready, collecting seeds for our future garden and everything. But yeah, we'll definitely continue with the channeling videos. I will post a poll for you guys. I know people want us to channel a person next, so I'll give you guys a choice of four human homies that you guys can choose from, I guess, for me to channel. So ask Patreon, ask YouTube members, and ask you, my subscribers, for that. But anyway, I'll see you guys next Sunday. Thank you guys for hanging out. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out. Love you guys. Whoop. Okay, I don't know how to how to go. I'll just have to go up here.